What's up, family? Welcome back to another episode of Patient X Holistic Healing. As you can see, we in the kitchen today. I wanted to do some more, food related content, holistic content, and show y'all, my lifestyle. You feel me? Why I live a plant-based lifestyle. Today we finna be cooking. This is gonna be a chiller video today. I just wanna make some breakfast, talk to y'all on some, kind of yap session, a little bit yap session. But we gonna touch a few topics. I want to talk about why I got into holistic health and plant-based eating in general. I want to talk about the different effects it's had on me. The state of the world as far as food and food security, food safety. We're gonna touch on a few things. Don't worry too much about what I'm making. I eat the same thing every day, as some of y'all know. So if I do this video many times, you're gonna see me doing the same exact meal. I'm not gonna lie. I'll try and switch it up here and there for the viewers and everything. If you want me to make something specific, leave it down in the comments below. Make sure you like and subscribe if you like the video and like the channel. Today I actually do got a few things special that I don't normally eat that I will prepare. So let's just get right into it. So first, we're gonna talk about why I even started this channel in the first place. Who is my target audience? That sort of deal. I started this channel so that I could reach the minds of younger people. Specifically, if you're older watching this video, welcome. We love you. But I see it in my generation a lot where, people are lacking health knowledge and lacking a care. People don't really care about health around my age group. And I feel like it's my responsibility to put people on game, because once you make the few decisions, you never go back. This has been by far the most life-changing experience I've had, as far as changing my palate. Once you care about one part, one aspect of your life so meticulously, it bleeds into everything else. This food really changed the way I look at life. It changed the way I look at my spiritual side and how I relate to all of those things as well. So hopefully I can inspire some young minds to do the same. You feel me? And if not with food, find you something that you care about so much that it bleeds into everything else in your life. Makes you want to reach that next level, that upper echelon. As y'all can see, for me, it all starts in the kitchen. Food is one of the fastest ways to your spirit. If you want to seek spiritual growth and attunement, food is the one that'll do it for you. Any type of hygiene or anything that affects the body on a cellular level, it's gonna get you there. So really find what works for you. I promote the plant-based diet. I'm gonna give y'all some tips and tricks for plant-based as well throughout this video, but it might be different for you. You might be on some other stuff. Some people like the carnivore diet. I would never vouch for that, but it works for some people. Man, I should have cut these onions off camera. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. Hold on. All right, man. Now that we're done with the onions, I'm gonna put us on some potatoes. I don't eat potatoes like that, but it is a treat for me. I try and eat a starch-less diet. Not starch-less, but starch-less, But we doing it up today. So this is my recipe. Feel me? Very simple. Like hash browns, some onions, different herbs. We got basil, we got cilantro. I like some spice in there too, but I don't have any peppers today, so we just gonna do it with it. Oh, I forgot to put my garlic in. I'm tripping. For those of y'all that may be wondering, I've been plant-based for like 6 years. I'm 21. I was 15 when I started, so yeah, like 6 years. And it's been a journey, bro. Like real talk. My whole life has completely changed course, like all the way. I would not, if you would have told me or asked me where I would be at in 6 years or 10 years, 6 years ago, I would not know. And that's pretty common for people my age, but I'm very blessed to be on this path. But being in this for like 6 years, it's like I unlocked the matrix, bro. I see the ones and the zeros as far as food. Like you just know what foods to put together and what foods not to put together, what foods are serving you, what foods are not serving you. I'm very big on alkaline and making sure that I'm not eating an acid diet. That's something that a lot of vegans do. They'll eat a lot of processed foods. All of that stuff really forms mucus in your body, makes your microbiome very acidic, and different bacteria will thrive in that acidic environment, primarily more like pathogenic ones or ones that'll harm you. So you want to keep your body on the more alkaline side. Don't go too alkaline because you'll get sick, you know, but you want to keep it generally alkaline on a higher pH. You feel me? Like 8, 7, around there. I'm putting some spinach in my potatoes too, you know. That's something I like to do. I just throw everything in there. Like, I don't really get recipes anymore. When I first started out, I did, but when you always need a recipe, like, you never stay consistent, you know. One thing that being vegan has taught me is that just put the whole shit in the fucking pan. As long as you season it up good, like, you gonna be good, man. Now that we got the potatoes going, I'm gonna put in my smoothie bowl. This one got like blueberries, a few frozen pineapples, mangoes. Also got this big mango right here. Mango, my favorite fruit. It's like the best one, period. You got a different opinion, that's cool. But I live in California and we always got good mangoes. Look at this, bruh. Look at this. They always good out here. I do like to save half of the mango so I could put it on top of my bowl once it's blended out. I'll put some nuts on there too. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna bring out the whole thing. On a vegan diet, like, I love nuts. They add a lot of minerals and protein to the diet. Like, I don't even think I could survive without nuts, to be honest. This plant-based shit really turned me to a chef. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I did not have it in me before. All I knew how to make was eggs and oatmeal. Being in a living situation, like, I'm the only plant-based person in my house, and I couldn't rely on nobody to make me no meals. It really teaches you like a different level of independence and self-reliance. You know, nowhere where you go, you will be provided for. And that kind of sucks to a lot of people, but it's good to get used to getting counted out. And let me explain. You know, I would be at work or something, and maybe they have some event going on. They making food for everybody or ordering food, and every time they be like, "Oh, but Xavier, he's vegan. We need to get him something special." And on the day, they would never do it. And I just got so used to that shit. Like, some people have been turned out by that. I didn't really care because I will always have food anyway. It just strengthens your character for real. Socially, I'm like indestructible. And I'm glad that I learned that because I wasn't always like that. That's like rule number 1 of life too. Never take shit personal. It's like the best part. You know, I got the coconut, got the chia seeds, or not chia seeds, what is this? Hemp seeds, my bad. Chia seeds is good too. And they got the almonds. As a vegan, it's like, you low-key gotta eat a lot, bro. And that's not universal. Like, I definitely don't eat a lot. This is actually a big meal for me. But since the nutrients are so spread out amongst a bunch of different foods, you gotta pair and mix and match together. Like, I got a banana next to a yam, next to an avocado, next to a lime. Like, we just doing shit. It takes a lot of different combinations, especially when it comes to protein and amino acid complexes. You know, people say you got to eat complete proteins, and that has truth to it, but it's not the truth. You know, truth be told, this may not have a bunch of protein, maybe like 1 or 2 grams. This maybe has like 5 to 10 grams of protein. This probably got like 1 at most. And this probably has none, except in a pill. But what you gotta understand is that this has a bunch of amino acids. And so does this. This has a bunch of amino acids. All of these combined make up, like, I can't say for sure, but probably like 10 to 20 complete proteins. You know, that's what you gotta take into consideration when you're mixing and matching your foods. This right here, 10 to 20, I'm finna mix this in all my food. This right here, this is like 20 grams of protein at least. And then this right here, this is like 10 grams of protein as well. So just to dispel the whole protein myth, vegans actually get protein. If you look at the statistics, we get protein. It's just that some people lack micronutrients because they eat processed food. So they're eating food that was already disassembled and then reassembled in a lesser form. You know, when you eat whole foods, you're retaining all of those nutrients. This is why a lot of vegans be hungry all the time, be stressed out, bloated and shit. You want to stay away from that. We about to get the blender started. I think I feel like making like some sort of waffle though. I'm looking at this. I seen a recipe for like yam waffles or whatever. So we just gonna wing it. Look at that. It don't even look good, I'm not gonna lie, but it's finna taste good. You put the nuts in, the berries in. Oh, I got berries too. The little, let me show. The raspberry, very antioxidant. And then I like to eat with a comically large spoon. I'm trying not to spill my shit. If I spill, I'm finna be hot. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. Usually, I don't eat until the whole meal is done, but I'm not really worried about that. It's like 1, and I have not eaten a meal yet. Got the potatoes done. You see the steaming off the pot. I'm finna put the avocado on there. Have y'all tried that before? I don't think I've had that. But we finna find out though. I need to start going live. Hey, would y'all mess with this live? I'm not gonna lie. It's probably a market for that. Cooking live. Cooking with Professor X. I need to wash my hands. I like a little bit of ketchup on my shit. Really, I like a lot, I ain't gonna lie, but sodium content be high on these joints. So you gotta keep it to a minimum for real. Hypertension and all of that run in my family. It's very common amongst black people too. It's a reason for that too. I wouldn't even say it's genetics. I mean, it's genetic at this point, but that's just cause all the slave food we was eating, high in sodium and shit, eating the worst parts of the animal. That's why we got hypertension. I'll make a whole nother video about that, to be honest. This is gas. I don't usually put the spinach in there, but it's fire. I like avocado because it give it like that cheesy, creamy texture. I leave the skin on everything too. I know a lot of people are weird about the skin, but it's actually a lot of nutrients in the skin, a lot of antioxidants. People just be missing out on free nutrients. I never really understood that. And it adds like an earthy flavor, especially with the potato. And that shit faster. I hate spending a long time in the kitchen, I'm not gonna lie. My usual meal be like 30 minutes, then I'm done. But I'm making a little bit of extra today, so. These joints better be fire, I ain't gonna lie. So it's gonna be magnificent. These potatoes go so crazy, bro. Like, I be trying not to eat potatoes because it's starch, but truth be told, for new vegans, this is a staple, you know? I wouldn't stop eating potatoes until you already seasoned. But starting out, this has like, potatoes got all type of vitamin B, like all type of vitamin C, you know what I'm saying, potassium, especially if you're allergic to nuts or something like that. You know, you want to make sure you keep a potato on deck for sure. Same with these sweet potatoes too. Shit. Like I was saying, same with the sweet potatoes, they got potassium, iron, magnesium, manganese, you feel me? And what's the other one? Copper. These ones are real copper rich. A lot of plant-based people, they think they're iron deficient, but really they got copper deficiency. And the copper helps regulate the iron in your body. So you need both. But a lot of vegans are iron deficient though. So make sure you're watching your iron. You know, make sure you're watching your micronutrients. The macronutrients everybody got. It's hard to miss the macronutrients. That's why they macro. It be the little trace minerals and shit that people don't get. And they get sick. I know me. I got sick one time. It was a bunch of factors at play. I got a video about it. I'll link it right here. But one of my biggest problems was I was vitamin B deficient. So, you know, I was lacking a lot of stuff. And it gave me this like complex anemia where my blood cells were enlarged due to lack of vitamin B. And they weren't regulating my iron right. So even if I was eating iron, I would still be deficient. It was so bad, I actually got neuropathy in my feet. And that's basically nerve damage. You could develop like some obscure health deficiency and disease straight from micronutrients. So make sure you're on a multivitamin if you need to, or just eating the right combinations of food. Like I showed you, I got every type of food right now. And I'm gonna eat some more different stuff later. You know, I'm gonna come back here and make some pumpkin curry. I'm gonna try and film that. That's not gonna be today, but that will be my lunch for like the rest of the week. So make sure y'all tune into that. This smoothie bowl was so gas. That's why I eat it every day. I make sure I eat a smoothie bowl every day. I make sure I eat around 2 bananas on the side. I put bananas in the bowl too, but 2 bananas on the side with some type of like almond butter. Let me show y'all my almond butter too. Hold on. It's that like special type. They press it like straight out the store. You feel me? They got the big machine. It don't taste like nothing you gonna buy in the store. It don't got no oil. You feel me? This shit is so gas. Put this on some bananas with some dates, and you got you a whole vegan delicacy. Not gonna hold y'all. I don't know how I'm finna season these yams. So I'm low-key just finna come up with something. This is what we finna do. We got the Chinese 5 spice. It's like chai, just imagine chai tea, but as a seasoning. You know, that's what that is basically. Nutritional yeast, give it that umami flavor. You know, got the golden coconut sugar. I'm finna put some maple syrup too. Let me get the maple syrup. But this coconut sugar, it adds a good little crunchy crystal sugar type of flavor. This one don't dissolve well, but it's good though. And then this one, I forgot what seasoning this is. I forgot what it's called, but it's good though. And then last we got cinnamon. And then we finna shake it up with some coconut milk. And I might put some of the oat milk in it too, we gonna see. Then we got the maple syrup. I never tried this one before, but anything that's black and organic like this, and it's like, I don't know what to call it, viscosity, high, low, I don't know if it's high or low, but it's like water. That's the good maple syrup. You don't want the super duper thick with the granny on the face cover. You don't want that, bruh. That's the high fructose corn syrup, and that's why your little kid or your baby brother be bouncing off the walls and doing all type of crazy stuff. So let's keep it simple. You know, I'm not sure exactly what type of sugar is in maple syrup, but it comes from trees. So I'm gonna assume that it's a good combination of fructose and glucose. And then next we got the coconut milk. And I made this from real coconuts like last week. Maybe I'll get on here and show people how to make coconut milk. It's really simple. I try and stay away from flour and wheat, but we might have to put a little bit in here just so it gets like that good crispy texture. I'm already telling y'all right now, I done tried it already. This shit tastes fire. It tastes like McDonald's apple pie. Well, nah, we don't fuck with McDonald's. Apple pie. I got this organic flour. Forgot where I got it from, but this one is good. It does what it do. I'm telling y'all, flour be fucking up the recipe, bro. I gotta make sure it's right. Flour be doing too much sometimes. The flour fucked up the flavor. And if it didn't fuck it up, but it made it a little bit bland. So we finna sauce it up a little bit. And low key, just to be sure it don't like start breaking apart, I'm finna put the banana. We got the banana left, so I'm finna put the banana in there. Maybe like this much will do. I'm not gonna lie, I don't have a waffle maker right now, so we just gonna use this grate. That'll do what it do. I'm not gonna hold y'all. The grate did not work. The grate did not work. But we got it. You feel me? I need to look up some sort of binder, cause that joint is falling apart. But it's all good though, cause I know it's finna taste fire. So let's put this little syrup on it. Taste test. I never had this before. Taste test. It's fire. It's gas. Next time, I ain't put in no flour. That joint messed up the consistency. But this shit's fire nonetheless. Next time too, I might blend it so that the consistency is more consistent. You feel me? Like it's like small chunks of skin and it's like the soft part. I would get it like very fine ground. That way I don't have to put flour in it. The skin will kind of act like flour. It'll bind it together. But that's it for today's video, man. Let me finish my food. That's it for today's video, man. Thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all for staying this long. If you made it, please like and subscribe. I'm gonna try and do one of these like maybe once every week or once every 2 weeks, depending on how y'all like it. You feel me? But I'm definitely gonna be doing more videos in the kitchen, really breaking down certain foods, you know, superfoods, breaking down different food combinations and what they can do for you. That being said, my name is Professor X. Thank you for watching Patient X Holistic Healing. I'm gonna catch y'all on the next one. Peace.